here this session. I'm extremely sorry for taking more time to have a conversation, interactive conversation. So let me tell you this lesson. Let me teach you this lesson. Lesson number 4. Actually, in this presentation, I have 4 lessons, right? If I talk about the whole presentation, this is our presentation number, chapter number 5 for IELTS speaking studies. I have several chapters, and here is our index. So in this index we can see 4 lessons are there. Number 1, how to ask question to the examiner. Number 2, hand and body gesture and eye contact. Number 3, how to ask for more time to generate ideas. And number 4, to tell a lie in front of the examiner. So this is our last lesson, lesson number 4. So I want to teach from last one, lesson number 4. Okay, let's get started from lesson number 4. Let me go on lesson number 4. Okay, so here is our lesson number 4. This lesson tells us about to tell a lie in front of the examiner. So generally what we think that IELTS is an international interview. So IELTS is speaking test, and it is an international speaking test. So here we are not allowed to speak, or we are not allowed to tell a lie. But this is completely wrong idea, false idea, or false information. Yes, you can tell a lie in front of the examiner, but remember this: when and how you can tell a lie, you can bring a lie in front of the examiner. So in this session I'll be teaching you regarding telling a lie. Okay, so let's talk about first hints. While it's true that the IELTS speaking test allows flexibility in content and doesn't penalize for accuracy, so it seems, or it means, if your content is not accurate, you are not penalized. The examiner won't penalize you. For example, the examiner won't cut your band score. The examiner won't lose your band score. Why? Because this test allows you flexibility in content. So you have the flexibility regarding your content. Next one, the key focus is on your ability to express yourself in English fluently. That is our key focus, coherently and correctly. So if you can do this, there is no way to judge your to verify your information, what you are providing or what you are presenting. That said, you can lie or make up content in certain areas to improve your answers. So make up, these 2 words can help you to understand the topic properly. Number 1, lie, to tell a lie, and make up. So makes up, when a girl makes up, she looks beautiful. There is no doubt. But after washing makeup, we consider, wow, that was false. That was, what can I say, exaggerated. So here you can do this in your IELTS speaking test. So here are examples of areas where it's safe and even helpful to be creative or exaggerate. So being exaggerate or being creative in IELTS speaking test is very crucial, right? Let's move on our next slide. These are the situations. So these are the situations where you can tell a lie in front of the examiners. Number 1, personal experiences. So you are sharing your personal experiences and you are telling a lie. That is very common. Number 2, future plans. Okay, you are planning to go abroad. To be honest, Canada is not your aiming country, is not your dream country. Your dream country is Japan. But in front of the examiner, you are saying that you are planning to go abroad. More specifically, you are planning to go Vancouver, a state or a province in Canada, a district or a state in Canada. But you are not telling the truth. You are telling a lie. So you can do it. And number 3, the last situation, preferences and opinions. Preferences and opinions. Regarding your opinion, you can tell a lie. There is no doubt. So three situations we can see here. In our next slide, we can see another two situations. Number one, number four, hypothetical situations. To get to know more about these situations, I mean hypothetical situations, you have to understand the word hypothetical. What does it mean? Later on, I'll be explaining everything, and it will be clear for you. I'm sorry. Last but not least, cultural and social issues. So regarding this, you can tell a lie in front of the examiner. I mean cultural or social issues. I need a small break, 1 or 2 minutes, because of my daughter. Just a minute. Yes. আবু বলো তো দন ওই হচ্ছে কটা আছে কয়টা দন্তু এক দুই তিন এবার বলো তো র কয়টা এবার বলো তো প্রথম কোনটা দ্বিতীয় কোনটা চতুর্ভুজ কোনটা চতুর্থ চতুর্থ তালবর্ষ মূর্ধন্যস্ব দন্তস্ব এবার র কয়টা আমি কিন্তু টিচার আচ্ছা আমি ক্লাসে আছি পরে আমি ক্লাসটা শেষ করে আসবো হ্যাঁ বলো আর হচ্ছে রাহুল কয়টা তিনটা বলো বয় শূন্য র ডয় শূন্য র ঢয় শূন্য র বয় শূন্য র ডয় শূন্য র ঢয় শূন্য র এর ভিতরে যেটা আছে সেটা বলবা শুধু আছে বয় শূন্য আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে প্লিজ প্লিজ আচ্ছা কেমন হয়েছে হ্যাঁ সুন্দর হয়েছে ওয়াও অনেক সুন্দর হয়েছে প্রথমটা আমি লিখছি তারপরে তুমি আমি Okay, I'm back. Sorry, it was my daughter. She was asking for a help. Okay, so what I was talking about the situations. So these are the situations to tell a lie. Let me show you one more time. The situations are here. So the situations are here. Number one, personal experiences. Number two, future plans. Number three, preferences and opinions. Number four, hypothetical situations. Number five, cultural or social issues. So these are the situations where you can tell a lie in front of the examiner. Let's move on our first situation, personal experiences. So here I'm telling you, you can fabricate stories about your travels, your hobbies, or life events if you feel it will help you explain yourself better. So here I made the same thing. Uh, the same experience I had when I attended my second exam in the IELTS speaking test. So there I got a cue card, and the cue card was about talk about an event that you arranged or that you celebrated by yourself. So the topic was talk about an event that you arranged or that you celebrated by yourself. So there I made a false story. There I made a false information regarding the event. I told there, I said there, I arranged a birthday party for my little daughter. But to be very honest with you, that time I didn't arrange this kind of activities or this kind of events. But I made a lie. I told a lie in front of the examiner. So that is our personal experiences. For example, here another example is here. If you are asked about a memorable trip, you can if you can invent a vacation to a foreign country even if you've never been abroad. So the same job I did here, the same job I made here several times. I've never visited Cox's Bazar. I've never been there. That is true. I just went there, Jaflong, that is located in Sylhet. So I went to Jaflong. So that story, that travel, that journey, I copied and I applied this the same idea regarding visiting Cox's Bazar, even though I've never been there in my entire life. So I explained everything. That was my that was my false information. Okay, let me move on our next slide. Future plans. So what are our future plans? If the examiner asks about your future aspirations or goals, you can feel free to make up something that sounds impressive or interesting. So in this situation, you can tell a lie. For example, you might say you plan to start a business. You might say you plan to start a business, but genuinely you are not thinking of starting a business. You are not thinking of a startup. Okay, but you can say that, you can use it. So study, or you plan to study at a prestigious university, even if it's not your real goal. So even if it's not your real goal, you can fabricate, you can make up these situations. Okay. Number three, preferences and opinions. You can exaggerate your love for a certain activity like food or film to add depth to your response. So, for example, if asked about your favorite type of music, you can claim to enjoy a genre you rarely listen to if it allows for better vocabulary or structure. So, my suggestion to you, these are the situations you have to tell a lie, or you can tell a lie if you need. Situation number four, hypothetical situations. So, today I've asked a question to several candidates. The question was, would you like to change this subject in future? So, this is a question that is called hypothetical question. So what does it mean? Hypothetical question, it means you have to imagine. You have to imagine a situation, you have to imagine an event where you are not, this is not a real situation. So in this situation, you can tell a lie. But remember, the sentence should be correct one. For example, in this situation, the most preferred sentence or the most used sentence is here, or most famous sentence is here, that is called conditional sentence. So what kind of conditional sentence you can use there? That is second conditional sentence. The second conditional sentence is like, if I were you, I won't go there, or if I were you, I wouldn't make this mistake. So if I were you, I wouldn't invite you. Okay, so if I had an opportunity to change my job, definitely I would work for a multinational company in abroad. Okay, so this is a situation that is called hypothetical situation. So in questions involving what if, now it's the time. What if? That means, or hypothetical scenarios. It's perfectly fine to be creative or tell a lie about what you would do. So this is our situation that is called hypothetical situation, and it's very, very important. Okay. So if asked what you would do with $1 million, so just imagine that you have $1 million. So you can invent an extravagant story, or a what can I say, voluntary, voluntary story to show your ability to use descriptive language. This is the right situation to tell a lie. And the last situation is here, cultural and social issues. So these are the situations where we can tell a lie if asked about broader topics like the environment, technology, or societal changes. So you can use statistics or facts that may not be true but are plausible. So plausible, that means, so here we can see, according to my opinion. Okay, let me ask the question. The question is, do you think, do you think Maintaining or following the traffic rules is the only solution for traffic jam or traffic congestion. So here you can show an statistics that, okay, let me explain this answer or let me give you the answer. I believe, I reckon here in my country, in Bangladesh, the in the capital city Dhaka, most drivers or a wide range of drivers or an increasing number of drivers are not cautious about following the traffic rules properly. Our last statistics shows that around 80% drivers are not concerned about traffic rules. So remember, you said around 80%. So is it a correct information or false information? The examiner won't verify this one, but you can tell a lie. Why? To make the examiner understand that this is the scenario here in my country. So these are not checked, as I said you that these are not checked so long as the focus remains on how well you can discuss the topic. So the examiner won't check your statistics, the examiner won't check your figures or numbers, what you are trying to say. If you say that, okay, I do study or I do spend a time with my friend for about 3 hours, so the examiner won't check or verify that really you do spend 3 hours with your friend or not. So the examiner will check your language style, how stylishly you are presenting your idea. Okay, let me show you. Now you have to remember, as you're going to tell a lie in front of the examiner, you should consider these three things. You can tell a lie, but remember, overlying can be dangerous for you. Overlying can be harmonious, can be, what can I say, hazardous for you, or can be irritating for the examiner, for or annoying for the examiner, because if you're overlying something and the examiner is getting wrong or getting you wrong, that time you can lose your band score. So these are three things you have to remember. Number one, stay logical. So give the information that is logical. So don't try to give the information that is not logical, okay, illogical. Number two, focus on language, not the content and not the event. So you have to focus on your language. And number three, be consistent. So you are frequently changing your statistics, you are frequently changing your numbers, figures, or qualities. That time you will lose your band score. And also, this another three things you should remember: stay logical or focus on language. So what are they? Here I have given the explanation. Even when telling a fabricated story, try to stay within the realm of believability. Completely outrageous stories might make it harder to express yourself clearly. That means over exaggerated or over lying. Focus on language, it means remember that the content isn't just on truth but on how well you express it in English. Vocabulary, grammar, fluency, and pronunciation are the main focus. And the last one is, if you create a story, be sure to stay consistent throughout the conversation. Avoid contradictions that may make you stumble or lose coherence. So, in essence, lying in the IELTS speaking test is acceptable as long as it serves the purpose of demonstrating your language skill effectively. So, thanks for watching. This is all about this presentation. So, here I wanted to teach you, can I tell a lie? Should I tell a lie in front of the examiner? Obviously, the answer is yes. And now I would like to review this presentation. So, what we've learned today, we've learned about to tell a lie in front of the examiner. And in this presentation, we've got 5 situations where we can tell a lie. Situation number 1, personal experiences. Situation number 2, future plans. Situation number 3, preferences and opinions. Situation number 4, hypothetical situations. And last one, cultural and social issues. So what are the personal experiences and what are the future plans, preferences and opinions? And the last one is, hypothetical situation and cultural or social issues. I've described everything,
Brother,
I've
we cannot
demonstrated.
hear anything.
Okay, sorry, I was muted, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so I've given the explanation. I've given all the explanations regarding these situations, personal experiences, future plans, preferences and opinions, hypothetical situations, cultural and social issues, and also I've given the things to remember. So 3 things are here: stay logical, focus on language, and be consistent. So this is all about today regarding IELTS speaking strategy. I hope this strategy will work for you. So feel free to ask to any question if you have.